Hello, hi, good evening to all. As in the last class, we had a very good discussion on tenses. Particularly, I have completed already present tense, all the types. In past tense, in the last class, I had completed only two types. In past tense, the first one, which I had already completed, that is simple past tense, already completed. So, second one, past continuous tense. Third, past perfect tense. Fourth, past perfect continuous tense. Yes. The types are same, almost all in present and past and in future. So almost all simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous tense. Only the tense will change. In present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Now it is past tense, so simple past tense already completed. Past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. So already first and second are completed. Let us take today third and fourth. So let me explain about today past perfect tense. What do you mean by past perfect tense? Perfect, already in present tense, I already described. Perfect means when your activity or when your any work is completed 100%. It means when you did any work, when that work is completed, so that is called as a perfect. Perfect means the work has been already done, so that is called as a perfect tense. So in past the work had already completed in a past, so that is called as a past perfect tense. So in order to speak English about whatever you did in the past, the activities, you can take a past perfect tense. So in past perfect tense, remember first the formula is subject plus, here very important is had, only had, plus, yes, it is a very important which verb, it is the V3 verb, then object. It's a very simple. So whenever you want to speak in past perfect tense, you need to remember the formulas. Formulas means these are the things: subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Subject and object are common in all the tenses. So whenever you want to speak in perfect mode, remember in past had will come, already in present case. Just to find the difference between present perfect and past perfect. In present perfect, the same thing, subject plus in present perfect no had will come because that is a present perfect. So in that have or has will come. Okay, V3 there also V3 same, here also V3. Okay, so I think subject V3 and object are same as that of a present perfect tense. Only the change is a had. Whenever you want to speak past perfect tense, in past perfect tense, you need to understand had should be used. So how? For example, I had, I had jumped in the ground. Yes, I had jumped in the ground. I is the subject, had is the past, jumped it is the V3. So in the ground object. Once again here, very important, V1, V2, V3. So English speaking means remembering the verbs and usage of verbs. So when V1 is used, so I told you already, V1 is used almost all in present tense. V2 and V3 are used in past tense. But V3, which is also used in a present perfect tense. So that's why here I had jumped in the ground. For example, another example. They had eaten mangoes. They had eaten mangoes. They had eaten. They is subject. Eaten is a V3. Mangoes is a object. For example, she had. Example here. Sing, sang, sung. Okay. She had sung a song. Yes, she had sung a song. Subject, V3 and the object. So anything you can take. So past perfect tense means here perfect. You are explaining to someone which you have already completed that task yesterday, or in the morning time, or in 1 year back, or in any year. So that time when you are explaining to someone whatever you had a completed task in front of someone, at that time you can use a had. So that's why they had eaten mangoes. She had sung a song. Even you can take one more example. Ramesh had written. Ramesh had written a letter. Ramesh subject, written V3 and it is object. So I hope these examples are enough to understand, but you need to practice it. So once you know the things, you need to use maximum time. Frequently you can use had by using had and the V3. Anything you can make. So whenever you are telling a story of some specific particular any of the stories, so whenever you want to tell a story, in that story if any work or activity had completed, you can use a past perfect tense. For example, in Ramayana, okay, Ramayana, one incident we will take. Whenever you are telling a story of Ramayana, epic story, so at that time, how you are telling that story? To somebody you are telling that story, Ramayana, okay? So in that one incident will come. What is that incident? Rama killed Ravana. So here in the last scene, I think in Ramayana, when war had taken place, at that time the last climax was the war between Rama and Ravana. So finally Rama killed Ravana. So how that thing can be explained? Rama had killed. Rama had killed Ravana. Yes. Rama had killed Ravana. Ravana. Rama had killed Ravana. Subject V3. Okay, so that is killed, killed only. Okay, so you can use killed. Sita had approached. Approached. Okay, approached Hanuman. Sita had approached Hanuman for help. For help. Sita, subject, had approached. Okay, approached. V3 and Hanuman for help. Object. Sita had approached Hanuman for help. So, how you need to take the things while you are speaking in English is very important. Understand first the tense which is having that particular formula. So, you have to use that particular formula. So, shall we take last one? Yes, we'll go for the last one and thereby we'll complete past tense. In past tense, the fourth one, last one, it is called as a past perfect continuous tense. Continuous tense. I already told you, here there is a combination of a perfect and a continuous. As you already studied, perfect as one, continuous as another. But together here, past perfect continuous tense. So that's why it is a very important thing. Whenever you want to explain to somebody about your past work, which is completed in past, but in front of somebody you are telling as if it is taking place. But it had already completed. So even though it had completed in the past time, but at present to someone you are explaining as if you are doing that one. So that is the beauty of this past perfect continuous tense. So in this tense, what is the formula? Subject plus here had, but here the thing is been. You know been already, you are familiar with this been in a present tense case. So in present tense also, in present perfect continuous tense also, have and has been. Here, no, have, has. In past, no, have, no, has. Only had been. Okay? Yes. Plus. Continuous. You know continuous means V1 plus ing plus object. So, subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing plus object. So, as I told you already, whenever you are speaking by this tense, behind this there is a reason. So, whenever you are explaining your past time activities, at that time it is also one of the option. So, as if you are showing your emotion, you are excited to say something in front of someone. At that time, as if you are telling with emotion that still the things are running. So, here you are using the formula subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing plus object. For example, I had been playing a cricket. I had been playing a cricket. I is the subject, had been common, playing V1 plus ing, verb plus ing, continuous. Why ing means continuous, a cricket object. So to someone I am explaining. So when I was in uh, primary school, I used to play cricket. At that time you are expressing your emotion. I had been playing a cricket. So in that way you are speaking. For example, they have been singing. They had been singing in the hall. Singing in the hall. So there is the subject, had been singing is object, it is P1 plus ing. So they had been singing in the hall. I am telling to somebody, my friends, okay, it means they had been singing very melodious song in the hall. So as if your expression is what? You are bringing that past in present. So to someone you are showing your emotion and expression as if it is taking place. So that is a very important thing, past perfect continuous tense. For example, you can take one of the epic story, Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, for example, Krishna. Okay, Krishna had been Krishna had been dancing on the snake. Yes, it was one of the incident, as you know, when Krishna in Mahabharata, one of the story, okay, when he went to that sea, inside the sea, there will be a big fight between Krishna and a snake. So Krishna was the supreme god of our universe. So he defeated that snake, and after 1 or 2 hours, the Krishna will appear on the ground. It means on the sea, and the Krishna was dancing on the snake head. You know that scene, okay? So how that scene was created in the television? So at the time, so whenever you are explaining Mahabharata to somebody, okay, how that incident took place, at that time you can use here Krishna had been, you are just saying, Krishna had been dancing on the snake. So your expression is changing, as if you are telling with emotion, as if the things are taking place, but the thing had been already taken place, okay, before. So Krishna subject had been dancing with the on the snake's object. Anything we can take, okay. For example, in Ramayana, Lakshman had been watching Sita in the forest. See here, Lakshman had been watching Sita in the forest. So Lakshman subject had been watching P1 plus ing Sita in the forest object. So this is how we need to understand what is the difference between one tense to another tense to next tense to last one. You need to understand here simple, okay, past, in simple past, okay. What is the thing? Subject plus P2 plus object, okay. Then in a past continuous tense, subject plus was, where, okay, plus P1 plus ing plus object, right? So this is how we need to compare, and we have to practice it. Comparison is one of the best quality. So comparing comparing and speaking. Whenever you want to speak in simple past tense, formula should be subject plus V2 plus object. Whenever you want to speak past continuous, subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing plus object. Then past perfect. Now already just I am summarizing past perfect tense. Subject plus, yes, it is very important, had plus V3 plus object. Now past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. You know already, just recently I completed it. Now only subject plus, what is that? Had been plus P1 plus ing plus object. That's all. If you know this one, either you can use in some cases, in some time, in some situation, simple past you can use. In some situation, you can use past continuous tense. In some situations, you can use past perfect tense. In some situations, you can use past perfect continuous tense. It all depends on the situation. Okay? In which situation, what type of tense should be used, that is going to determine the caliber of English communication skill. I hope all my viewers will get the concept of this tense, that is a past tense. Okay, so if any doubt or something you have, you can put in my that particular that YouTube channel, and further in my next class, that will be the final, it means last tense, future tense. Okay, so that I will take next class. Till then, goodbye, thank you.